Hello everyone. Hold on. Let me step into the shot to make it more dramatic. Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? How are y'all getting on? It's fucking freezing again. I don't know why do I choose to come outside and record videos? Can someone explain that to me in the comments? Look at this. I don't know if you can see that. It's 3 degrees Celsius and I'm out here. And I guess you can call it spontaneous. I was feeling spontaneous. No, I'm just retarded, really. Enough about me. Let's get into the video. Because this weekend we are playing Leeds. This is a big game for us. This is a big game for Chelsea historically. And look, I may be a pup. I may look young, but I actually am 70 years old. No, I'm not. I'm near about 20. But I just wanted to explain the enormity of this game, really, because it is quite a big game, especially for Chelsea. And actually, I'm wearing a shirt today that recognises the monumental occasion. But this is the 1970s Chelsea shirt that they won the FA Cup in 1970. The first year Chelsea won the FA Cup. And do you know who we played in 1970? We played Leeds. Back then, Leeds and Chelsea were huge rivals. Toe to toe in the first division. The Premier League back then was called the first division. Chelsea and Leeds went toe to toe. They were always second, third place, 1970s, 1960s. And that was before the decline, obviously, of, Chelsea. We slipped it back down to the second division. And we became shite. And then we obviously rose back up to where we are now, which is the top. We're elite. But that's enough history lessons today. That's really the enormity of the game. It was always historically a big rivalry between Chelsea and Leeds, fueled by how competitive we were as teams back then in the first division. They are playing some great football with not so big a budget. Like, they have Marcelo Bielsa as the manager. He's making them play fantastic football. This game will be intense, and we have some history between Frank Lampard and Marcelo Bielsa. We have the Spygate, the whole Spygate scandal. That was a bit mad, and when Marcelo Bielsa had spies come to Derby County's training ground in the bushes, hiding in the bushes, just like I am right now. I can't do it, but you get my drift. They were hiding in the bushes. They were spying on Frank Lampard's team. Frank Lampard got the last laugh in the playoffs. He beat Leeds 4-1 with Derby County. But that's a little bit of the past history between those two as well. And I expect Leeds to play some very intense, pressing football. Never going to give us a minute. That's how Leeds play. They're never going to give us a minute. They're going to be getting stuck in from minute one. 50-50s are pivotal in this game. Duels are pivotal in this game. The lineup is also pivotal, and that's something that Frank Lampard has to pick. And that's something that he has a bit of a headache over, because you have the likes of Giroud, you have Tammy Abraham, who's in decent form as well. You have Timo Werner, who might want to play down his natural position. So that striker position is definitely a headache for Frank Lampard, and especially with all the other players also performing very well. Azpilicueta, midfielders, you have the likes of Kovacic, you have Havertz. It's going to be interesting to see which team lines up against Leeds. I would suggest it will be a lot of engine-driven midfielders that start this game. I would not be surprised to see Billy Gilmour start, and as crazy as that sounds, I think Frank Lampard will go for more. He'll go for the players that make the interceptions, that win the 50-50s. So it's going to be a tough game. The lineup I expect to start: in goal, Edouard Mendy. He's been superb. 9 clean sheets in his last 12 games, and he just looks so reliable. He gives our defence comfort. He's a bit of a commanding keeper. He will start. Right back, Reece James got the rest of the midweek. I feel like Azpilicueta, he really gets stuck in, but I think the fact that Reece James is coming into this game more energetic, I think that will give him the advantage over Azpilicueta to get started. And then obviously you have Zuma, Thiago Silva, who got rested as well. Left back, we go for Chilwell, also got rested. Frank rested 9 players in midweek, so we're well prepared for this game. And you 100% go with the fresh legs. In the midfield, I would go for Mount in left centre mid. I think him and Kante got rested, so I expect those two to start. Mount in the left centre mid role, and obviously Kante in the CDM role. And then you have right centre mid, a bit of a headache. You go for Havertz, or do you go for Kovacic? Personally, I would probably go with Kai Havertz, because he's played less games. I know Kovacic has probably played 3 or 4 games in a row now. And I just feel like Kai Havertz deserves more playing time now. He's back to full fitness after COVID. So, yeah, and a beautiful assist there midweek for Giroud. So I wouldn't take Kai Havertz out of this team. I'd love to see Mount and Kai Havertz play in the same team, because they did against Burnley and it was very good there. So, yeah, I'd go with Kai Havertz in this game. Left wing, we go with Christian. No, I can't pick Christian Pulisic. I can't pick Christian Pulisic, can I? Oh, it's so difficult. Is it Timo or is it Christian Pulisic? I think I'd go for Timo Werner. Just match sharpness reasons, press reasons. You go for Timo Werner. And then obviously up front you go for Olivier Giroud. I don't see why he wouldn't start this game, considering he scored 4 goals midweek. I think it'd be very difficult to leave him out. I think it'd be a quite difficult conversation for Frank Lampard to have, to say, I know he scored 4 goals at the weekend, but you're left out with the squad. Now fuck off. He won't do that. He's going to start Olivier Giroud in this game. This is an easy stat to remember. He scored 5 goals in the last 2 games he started. You know, there was an argument for him to start against Spurs. I think he'll definitely start this game. I think you always go for the form striker, don't you? So, yeah, Olivier Giroud starting up front. Right wing, we'll go for Ziyech. Ziyech. I'm trying to pronounce it properly, but we'll go for Ziyech. Is that okay for you? Yeah, I think, listen, there was a number of balls Ziyech put in for Tammy Abraham at Spurs that he didn't quite convert. So I'd love to see Giroud at the end of some Ziyech crosses. I'm sure it would result in a lot of goals, considering how much of a good header Giroud is. But right now I'd start Giroud 100%. Giroud and Ziyech. And that's my starting 11. What do you think? Did I do a good job? Either way, I expect a very tough game in this game. Intense. They're going to crunch us. Around. And I'd love to see an impact off the bench from the likes of Hudson-Odoi, the likes of Pulisic, the likes of Tammy Abraham, of course. And yeah, I hope I didn't forget anyone. But I'd love to see impact from every player, the starting 18. And yeah, let's win this game. You know, we need to be winning these games, especially against the sort of mid-table teams, because when you're not winning the top 6 games, there's more pressure on these games. And that's why these games will be significant in the result of how we finish this season. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going in for a cold shower because I love to feel pain. No, I'm joking. Jesus. Anyway, I'm going to walk into the sunset. I'll see you in the next video. Oh fuck! That's not gonna work. The Hollywood endings don't come to fruition. I have news for you. There's a bush behind me. I'm not walking into a bush. I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe if you're new. Please like the video. And peace.